Hello everyone, my name is David. Thank you for joining me today. This is my weekly question and answer video where I'm answering people's questions from last week. I'm a life coach and I try to help people heal from all kinds of different trauma. The best way to do that is to understand it. So please, if I can help you, ask me a question and I'll answer it next week in the next Q&A video. I do this every single Monday. All I ask is you guys give us your locations, please. If you want to ask a question or just drop in and give us your locations. I like this to help people feel that they're connected, little validation, things like this. It's not just them. So please tell us where you're at. I appreciate that very, very much. I want to thank two people who donated to the channel. I want to thank Joanna and Bart. Thank you, both of you, very, very much. I don't get donations often, but when people give me their hard-earned money, it doesn't even matter how much it is. It's the kindest gesture, really, for someone that doesn't know you. Thank you very much for your donations to this channel, both of you. Something I do every week is recommend something I think that'll help you guys in your journey of healing. And I'm going to recommend another book this week. This is a good book. Not that the others are not, but this is a really good book. It's professionally recommended by lots of professionals in this field. The book is called Splitting: Protecting Yourself While Divorcing Someone with Borderline or Narcissistic Personality Disorder. Really good book. It's by Bill Eddy, and you can find it on Amazon. And I'll even put the link down below into the comment section or the description down below. That's where you'll find it. So please follow it. If you buy it, you read it, tell me what you think later. Okay, I'd appreciate that. But this is a good one. And that's it. So let's get started with the questions right away. There's several good questions this week. This one is from Craig, and I can't remember, Craig, where you're from. I think I should remember by now, but please, even if you guys always tell me, keep telling me, okay? Because my memory isn't the best. Thank you. Craig says, "Hey David, why do people project everything onto us, like falsely accuse us?" I think you mean narcissists. You left it blank. I filled in people. But I think you're asking, why do narcissists project everything onto us, like falsely accuse us of things we have not done? Yeah, it can be confusing, isn't it? Projection's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. There's been lots of studies on it, and it's very egocentric. Narcissists are very egocentric. As you get closer to them, they have hard times separating their feelings from others. So narcissists carry a lot of shame, okay? They hate themselves, and there's a lot of themselves they will not ever accept as them, okay? So they don't accept themselves, who they are. They hate themselves inside, right? And the closer you get to them, the more they hate you too. The lines are blurred between you and them. And when you become closer to them, they believe that you're just a part of them. It's bizarre. They will project everything they hate about themselves onto you, and they get to keep the rest. That's what they're trying to do. It doesn't work. But the biggest projections, right? You'll see someone say, someone who's angry, and they'll passively be aggressive to you, and they make you angry. And once you get angry, they say, "Oh, look, you're angry. Why are you so angry? You're unstable," and stuff like this. You'll see people who put smear campaigns. Right? People who smear campaign and talk crap about people are very angry. They totally hate themselves. That's why they hate people, right? And they're projecting, "You're a bad person, you're a bad person, you're a bad person." That's what they think of themselves, okay? And so after they get you all angry, they'll come out with a video about you or something on social media, right? And say, look at this horrible person, right? And then as you get angry, they go, Look, he's so angry. Look how angry. He's unstable. He's a bad person. And it's just everything they hate about themselves, they project onto someone else closer to them, so they don't have to accept that part of themselves and live. They can still manage to live with themselves, okay? I hope that makes sense. But keep asking me questions if it doesn't. Oh, and that reminds me. If I misunderstand a question or I miss it, things like this, please ask me again. I had someone last week tell me that I missed their question, and then they just told me where to find it. So I went back and tried to look, can't find it, it's not there. They told me it was there, it's not there. And it's just can you ask me again? Then I ask this person, can you please just ask me the question again? They ignore me, didn't ask me again. I mean, it's just, come on, work with me a little bit. So, but yeah, if I don't understand your question, I misunderstood it, or I missed it, or you don't understand me, can you please ask me again? I want to get everyone's questions. I don't ever want to ignore people or leave their questions out. That would be horrible. Thank you. Okay, next question is from Ellen in the Netherlands. Hello, Ellen. Hi from the Netherlands again, David. I watched your video, Daughters of Narcissistic Mothers. Very impressive video because you describe my life in detail. I'm sorry. My question, can you talk about how to deal with it if your siblings are in denial, especially when you see that they're not doing well? I know I have to let it go, and I do, but it hurts when they don't want to see the way out. Thanks, David, for all you do. Very helpful. Well, Ellen, thank you. You don't have to do anything, okay? I don't like that. I know I have to do this or I have to do that. You don't have to do anything, Ellen. Do what you want, okay? This is your choice on how you decide to handle this. If you want my advice is simply go with your emotions and how it feels, Ellen. If we grow up like this, if your mother's a narcissist, then you are, servile. I mean, you want to serve and help people and be there for people, and we've got to make people happy because we weren't unconditionally loved. So it's time to start unconditionally loving yourself, Ellen. It's definitely time, if you're here watching these videos and stuff like this, to really focus on you. You can't change people, control people. People are different, Ellen. Even our twin sister or brother is different than us. Just looks the same. Inside, they're different brain, different morals, different values, different wants, needs, things like this, okay? So what you think is best for someone else may not always be best, and it may not be the time. It may not be the time. This is about pain. This is about hurting. This is about being neglected and not having what we need over a long period of time. And it takes a lot for someone to change these things. A lot. That's why we all have such horrific stories of our loss, of our grief. Everything we've lost, the person that we wanted to be with forever, and the person that best knew me better than anybody, and all my shared experiences and my commitment and everything I invested, and I lost. And then people lost their money, they lost their investments, they lost their jobs and careers, they lost their families, they lost their friends, they lost their homes, lost their life. So, Ellen, I'm not going to tell you what to do, okay? You have every right to tell your siblings how you feel, what you think about the experiences that you've had with your mother. You have every right to share with them what you've learned, how far you've come along, and how, things like this. But we got to go by our feelings, okay? And if your siblings are in denial, and they're around your mother who's a narcissist, okay, they're not healthy. They're not healthy. And healthy people aren't bad or good. They're just unstable. And if you're trying to stabilize right now, unstable people aren't good for us, okay? So temporarily, if you're in a place right now where I think you are, Ellen, where you're trying to recover and heal and grow from this, and so you had to cut your mom out, right? You may not be able to talk to your siblings that much right now, okay? Because we've got to get better for ourselves. And when you feel all better, you'll have a better approach and a better way to go and talk to your siblings. We're always better. We always communicate better as we heal. Okay, we always feel better. Things aren't so bad. And once you heal, Ellen, you'll realize your siblings can too if they want to. Okay? I hope that helps, Ellen. Please just keep asking me questions, okay? Next question is from Liebeslove in Cyprus. Hi. Hi, David. On all your videos, you always say love yourself first. I recommend this to everyone. We cannot love others healthy unless we love ourselves first. Please, everyone, love yourself first. This is an important key in your path in healing. And I just read that because I do. I always tell you guys to love yourself first. Loving ourselves first allows others to do it as well. So when people tell me, oh, I'm so in love with my abuser, it's just so conflicting, isn't it? I mean, that's the obvious, right? How do you love someone who hits you or hurts you or cheats on you or lies? But we're not, if we allow people to hurt us and heal us, we don't love ourselves. And therefore, I don't think that your abuser or anyone can really love you too. Because there is such a thing as not allowing people to love us, okay? Narcissists don't allow it. Narcissists don't allow you to love them. You can't love a narcissist because they absolutely hate themselves and don't know who they are. So what do you love, right? What do you love? You can't love somebody who doesn't even know who they are, somebody that doesn't love themselves, carries a ton of shame. It's too hard. For us right now, we let people hurt us and abuse us. If we're in abusive, nasty relationships that we don't know how to stop, right? That's not loving ourselves. And therefore, other people can't love us. And if we can't love ourselves, it's awfully difficult to love other people. Okay? I just wanted to say that. And thank you for what you said. Kylie from Melbourne, Australia. Hello, Kylie. Isn't that how you say it? Australia. I've been out of an abusive relationship for about a year now and have healed a great deal. Yay. Congratulations, Kylie. Even after a restraining order, the person still is in denial of his abuse and blames me for the situation. Why do narcissists go to an alternate reality? And in your opinion, how can survivors process this? And that's just what I was talking about, Kylie, just a little while ago, a few minutes ago. This egocentrism, right? This projecting. Everything I hate about myself has to be you. It's your fault. You did it. You made me do it. It's not my fault. And there's nothing wrong with me. Nothing bad with me. I don't need to apologize. I did nothing wrong. I can't make a mistake. And it's delusional, isn't it? Projecting is delusional. Being egocentric is delusional. Absolutely. Rewriting the narrative, we call that, right? This is what really happened. This best suits me because I can't accept reality. And more accepting. So why? Because they can't accept themselves, right? But here's this lingering, I'm a piece of crap, right? They won't accept, so they put it on you. You're the piece of crap. You did it. You're a bad person, not me. And they will go to all lengths to get you convinced that you're this horrible person. You know, how many of my clients do you think come to me and go, David, am I the narcissist? Projection, right? Constantly projecting. The narcissist constantly projecting to their victim that everything that they hate about themselves is actually you. And you hear that long enough, you start doubting yourself because we were neglected in childhood, and that's a problem. How can survivors process this with another person? Period. I've had to help clients with years of gaslighting, and it's just damaging us. And it can take some time to sit there and unravel all of these lies and non-reality. You know, there's just so much. Either they're lying to you, or we gotta lie to ourselves to put up with it, don't we? Right? Cognitive dissonance, right? We work with people. We work with somebody else. We work with a professional who is there 100% for us. And we don't have to worry about being there for them. They know how to do this. They listen and they tell you the truth. We do it with truth. Truth is so important. I still never forget just when I was in this situation, when I first started my path, my journey, it was just truth. All I cared about was the truth. I couldn't even watch TV. I couldn't watch fiction, read fiction. Not true. It's not true. I can't do it because I've just been gaslit and lied to and manipulated and talked about for so many years, right? It's destructive. It's damaging. So how do we process this? We talk about it all with somebody else, okay? People do this to you. People will help you. Okay? Thank you, Kylie. Cheryl from Phoenix. Hello, Cheryl. I broke up with a narc in February, a narcissist in February. I've gone no contact and stuck with it. Good. Even though it was a good choice, I've been expectedly sad. One thing I've noticed after my breakups is I go into deep isolation, let myself go, give up for a year, basically stop my life. It's a pattern. How do I break it? I feel exhausted. So we're talking about accepting ourselves. And a major part of accepting ourselves is our failures. Failed relationships causes depression, Cheryl. Especially toxic and unstable ones causes depression. And it's difficult for us to live up to or see and admit our failures. And can be the biggest one, okay? Especially people just damaging you and telling you how awful of a person you are, right? And then you break up with them, whatever, and they'll do everything they can. A narcissist will do everything they can afterwards to make you believe you're the bad person, because that's how they feel about themselves, and they can't accept themselves. Okay? We made a mistake, Cheryl. Best thing to do is to process this professionally with someone else. Talk therapy. Number one, Cheryl. You feel exhausted? I bet. This makes us on high alert, big time. This releases all kinds of chemicals in your brain. I made a video, I think, like last Friday, or a week ago last Friday, I think, something like that. I might be wrong. About isolation and depression that follows failed relationships and the chemicals released in your brain. You know, we've got cortisol, we've got adrenaline, we've got tacaninin. I talked about that one. And these chemicals make us effective when we're on high alert, keeps us alive, but it causes massive anxiety, and the after product is depression. Sounds like you're not accepting these relationships, and they're probably traumatic. So we need to heal from trauma. We all deal with trauma differently, but yours isn't that different than most people. Men especially withdraw when they have problems and don't tell anybody and isolate. But victims of this stuff, men or women, we tend to do that. Okay, Cheryl? It's a pattern. How do I break it? Well, the pattern to really stop is dating disordered people, right? And so you don't obviously want to date a disordered person. You obviously don't need a disordered person, right? You don't value disordered people, right? It doesn't feel good, right? So that's yourself I just described. So you're going totally against yourself, Cheryl, to do all this, okay? I'm not saying we didn't know, I understand that, but that's the sense of our own self, okay? So after these, I really work with people on finding themselves, on getting their identity back, or maybe their identity for the first time, about increasing self-awareness and building self-worth. That's what we need. Self. And what do most people do after this? They focus on other people. They're narcissists, stuff like that. We gotta focus on us, Cheryl. I'm coming out with a video. I think I'm gonna release it this week, maybe this coming weekend. And it's on all of that, what I just said. I've got a pretty cool, it's almost like a little workshop. Good. It's going to be probably like a 2-part video on rediscovering ourselves, okay? Our authentic, true self, right? And so the more that we know what we want and need and how we feel, we can navigate emotionally to success. Otherwise, we go and we do things we don't want, and do things we don't need, and do things we don't value with people we can't stand. Right? Okay. Thank you, Cheryl. I'm sorry. You got to break this pattern, and professionals are here to do that for you. Help you. Thank you. I'm going to stop part 1 here and continue part 2 in a few minutes. If you guys could please support me again by subscribing to my channel and voting up or down below, commenting, just saying, hey, it's me, hey, I'm here, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. This thing makes my video more active. As you guys well know, I'm sure, that PTSD, CPTSD, these kinds of adverse reactions from trauma forces people to commit suicide. It's the highest reason people commit suicide, okay? So I'm really just trying to save people's lives and save their mental health and help them have better, successful lives. If you guys think that I'm doing this and can help, try to help me. Subscribe to my channel, vote up or down, make it active down there, and share it in different places. And anybody who wants coaching, daviddemars.com. Thank you. I'll see you in part 2. Love yourself first. Bye.